Lego in general, and Lego Minecraft especially, has been getting so much more expensive lately. Some sets you thought would be a lot lower price have been extremely expensive for what they really are. Let's have a look at some of those sets and think about why it's happening. So, first set we're going to look at is from the 2023 August wave, being the Pumpkin Farm. Although it has a really nice minifigure being the witch and quite a nice build, the problem is the price tag. £35 is quite a large price for a set of that size. I would expect more of it to be one of those £20 sets because it seems more like the size of one of those, a bit like the Axolotl houses, £20, and I think that's about the right price for that set. And yes, I do think £35 is a bit of a stretch for a set, even if it does include the witch, and this is a trend that's going through other sets as well. The Iron Golem Fortress, for example, it can cost up to £100. Who's going to be paying that price for a set with about 700 pieces? Now, that's a little bit out of hand, £100 for a set like that. The price per piece ratio is okay, but it's not the best. It could be way better, especially with what we've seen Lego Minecraft in earlier years. And this also goes back to the January wave as well. Some of the sets then even seemed a bit expensive for what they are, like, for example, being the Sword Outpost. Although it's my favourite set from the wave, pricing wise, it could have been a lot better. And then, going back in time a bit, the Ice Castle. Great set, quite a high price. Now, these sets have outrageous prices sometimes, and I really think they could go with smaller prices and they can still make their money's worth. And then Lego is really weird because sometimes they come up with some really good value sets. For example, being the Coral Reef. Although that was a few years ago, it had some really nice value. The Nether Bastion. Although it was a little bit of a higher price, the amount you got on it was really good. But then this year, they've just not done the value that they used to do. And this is a trend that's been going throughout the whole of Lego itself. For example, the Sanctum Sanctorum last year was super expensive, £215 for a set with just over 2,800 pieces. Considering that the Daily Bugle at 3,700 pieces was about 300, or at the time, £260, that seems about outrageous. And now let's talk about why I think this might be happening. So the obvious thing is inflation. Everything everywhere is getting a lot more expensive. Gas prices, prices for cars, houses, anything. Everything is getting more expensive. Everything's just like collapsing at the moment. And Lego is having the same thing. With how more expensive it's getting to produce the sets because materials and stuff is getting more expensive, they're having to raise the prices so they can get the same profits from their sets. Sometimes I think though, they're just raising the prices for the sake of it so they can get a little bit more money in their pocket. It's a little bit like Apple sometimes, where they're trying to make as much money as possible. They can get a little bit greedy and just call it inflation. But some of these sets seem like they're a lot more than inflation because the value that is going in these sets isn't as good as some other themes are getting around the same time. This year we've had some really good value sets, but not in Lego Minecraft. So yeah, I think inflation is a big thing and the cost of producing these sets is definitely going up. But I think that they're also trying to use that as an excuse to raise their prices and make it so they can make more money and we have to spend more money on Lego sets. If you're a hardcore collector, this will kind of attack your bank account because if you want to keep buying these sets, they're going to get more and more expensive with every passing year, and this is a big problem. So I think that it's to do with inflation, but they really need to stop trying to raise these prices too high. This is getting out of hand in some sets, so I think it's just a bit of a chance thing. They might decide that it'll be a bit more expensive. So that was talking about all of these price raises in Lego, especially Lego Minecraft. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe up there. There's another video down there. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.